Hello, traders, and welcome to tradingwithbill.com. I'm Bill. We're in Thailand. Yesterday was an absolutely gorgeous day, overcast today. Can you believe it? I mean, yesterday was so beautiful. I went to the beach, had myself a water, sparkling water, right, and a really nice cigar. Sat out there. It was beautiful. It was cool, it was breezy, the sun was shining, it was awesome. Just a beautiful day in Thailand yesterday. It was so nice. We haven't seen the sun in weeks, for a whole day. So it was really nice. So I was about in the U.S. session for an hour and a half yesterday, and I go to shut my sliders, and it's just starting. The rain. Oh, unbelievable. All right, so let's get this off my shoulders. Folks, the VIX is below, I think it's at 11. I think it's in 11, if I remember what I saw this morning. The dollar index is strong, though. The dollar remains strong. It's at 95. So the dollar's still in there. The dollar's still in play. But trading, it's horrible. It's horrible. You got to be careful. Summertime trading is hit us big time. Yesterday was a perfect example of that. I'll show you that. Because if you took entries where you shouldn't have taken entries, you got beat up yesterday. Luckily, everything we talked about yesterday never triggered. None of our trade sort of kind of maybe setups, they never triggered. They never hit for an entry. So let's see what's going on in news today. Just quickly here. Anything come out worth adjusted current account out of Japan? It was a bad number. Current account, bad number. Aussie home loans today in about an hour and a half. What do I got? China trade balance, imports, exports out of China. That'll be interesting. RBA Governor Lowe speaks today out of Australia. Heading into the U.S. session, crude oil inventories. Hey, what about that oil, huh? Did I call that in the last 2 weeks? Spotted oil, spot on. Buy it above 66. Get close to 70, sell it. I was in the U.S. session. Looks like that's it for news, by the way. I was in the U.S. session it's my nighttime. Of course, it's New York morning. And I was in it for about 35, maybe 40 minutes, and oil went up 68 cents. So, however, it's come back down. Oil is currently at 69.18. Cannot pop that 70 and hold. Cannot. It cannot do it. To me, this is a selling opportunity. Really, the selling opportunity was probably in the midday of New York when it was at, probably 69.80, right? Right? That was, 69.90, 69.84. That was your sell opportunity. That's where you need to sell oil. Hopefully, this will come down about 67 or 68, and then you're going to turn around and you're going to take it to the upside again. Just in that $3 range, and just play it. From one side to the other side, from the one side to the other side, and just play the oil. This oil is so predictable, it's unbelievable. It really is. It's just done exactly what we expected it to do. Dollar index, however, has not. It's actually a lot higher than we expected. It's at 95.18. High yesterday was at 95.65. So dollar's in there. Dollar is in play, folks. Dollar is in play. Gold is a disaster. Gold is a disaster. Currently, we're at 114.59 for gold. So it's tanking, right? Oil is sideways. I say this all the time. You don't want to see oil and gold going in the same direction, right? Do not want to see oil and gold in the same direction. You want to see one going up, one going down, right? All right, here's what I was talking about. VIX. Here's the VIX. 10.93. Yeah. Why don't we take the next 4 weeks off? That's probably a good idea. Yeah. Like, do you want to, I'm not eager to push the button. I got to be honest with you. The mouse, it's not getting a lot of work. Yeah, the mouse is not getting a lot of work. Look at the S&P ESs. Look at this. Yeah, look at this. Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4 up days on the ESs, just tanking to the upside. Yeah, booming, I should say, to the upside, not tanking. Euro had a little bump yesterday. I don't know what that was all about. I got it back to my charts actually after the open. I got it back to my charts about 15 minutes after the open from my sparkling water and a wonderful cigar on the beach yesterday. And this move had happened. I saw the euro was up, the pound was up, the Aussie was really booming to the skies. And I don't know what happened. I gather it was a news event, but that was it. You miss it, you miss it. You know, I'm sure not going to chase it, but that was it. So yes, we are in summertime trading, folks. We are in summertime trading. You know, if I decide to use my mouse and click some buttons, they will definitely be very small, tiny, tiny positions. One trade I wanted to look at, which I really enjoy this pair, is the Euro Aussie. Okay, so here we are on the daily, not the dollar, the daily chart here on the Euro Aussie. Right, it's come down here. It's playing now. It's fiddling around with this 200 exponential moving average. You know, if you can get it below this wick and this continues to the downside, we might have a significant move here. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to continue to bounce to the upside. However, saying that, the negative to that is, look at this. You got this 10 EMA coming down, and we might get faked out here. And what might happen is price might head up to that 10 EMA and then come back down, right? So the EMA is either going to catch up to the candle or the candle is going to go back to the EMA. So to me, looks like there's a possibility the EMA is going to come to that candle, which will then take it to the downside. Or the EMA is going to catch up to it. Now, why do I say the EMA is going to catch up to it is because if you look at your last 3 days, there's really nothing's happened here. It's been horrible, right? So that's just giving this EMA time to catch up to.
7 hours.
It's 7 hours, by the way, in the morning. So it's had time to catch up to this, you know. So, you know, that's what's going on with the Euro Aussie. But, however, take a look at our 4-hour chart. You know, this is nice. This is now at that 10 EMA and looking to go higher. So I'm thinking 57 is probably a nice target. If you wanted to trade this on the 4-hour, you know, I don't think that's a bad idea. I wouldn't trade it with a red candle. I'd wait for a close above the 10 and take this up to that area. All right, let's take a look at the Ikimoku 1-hour chart down here. Now, this has given us a totally different story. We've now hit resistance on the cloud and the 55 EMA, which tells us this is bearish. So, what did we say? We want to look at our top-down analysis, basically everybody to be in the same mode, right? Doing the same thing, and it's not. Nothing's in the same. They're not in the same. All these charts aren't the same. Some are up, some are down, some are maybe going down. So what does that tell us? Yeah, just if you're gonna play the Euro Aussie, be very careful, and if you don't have to, don't. And your trade, by the way, on this Euro Aussie is a break of this 10 EMA and on this Ikimoku, and then just sink it to the downside, right? That's what that looks like to me, my friends. All right, let's get a look at some charts today. So, you know, if we go to the euro, wow, that's definitely out of play, isn't it? We haven't been up there in a year. So if we take a look at the chart today, you know, we're at a level here where, there we go. You know, you'd like to see this come up to this resistance and then pop down again. If you're going to enter this, please make sure that this 10 EMA is on top of your price. This looks weak to me, though, folks. Right? Summertime, I'm going to drill this now because now I'm convinced we're in summertime trading. VIX, you know, below 11, you know, this just nails it, right? I mean, look at this. You're going to get below this. The 10 EMA is going to get on top of this price if this gets rejected at this resistance level. And then you're right into the 200 exponential moving average. You're like, do you want to trade this? No. No, I don't. Right? Do you want to trade this? Look, all these EMAs are now converged here. There's nothing to do here. This was this move yesterday, by the way. This was this move I missed yesterday. This just came up. You'll see it on all the other pairs also. Just came up here. I don't know if it was news. Like I said, I was late back to my desk, and I absolutely miss it. Here, look at this. Right? Like, what are you going to do here? Right? What are we going to do here, traders? There's nothing to do, folks. Something's got to break. You know, I'd love to say, hey, listen, it's easy. We'll just get a pull back to the 200 and sell it. You think? No, there's a good possibility this is going to hit this 55 and it's going to continue to tank to the downside, and we'll be at 2150 in the next 48 hours. 2850, yeah, 2850 like in the next 24 hours. Right, this is going to continue to dump. Right, this is going to continue to go down, and it's not going to give us a pullback. This was our little move yesterday I talked about. Right, boom, boom, up we go. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Looking at the majors, because there's really not a lot to look at, right? Here we go. This was our move yesterday I talked about. Yeah, this was the move right here to the upside. Totally missing. I think when I got back, it was like it here. And then this just swallowed. Now, the key to this is it apparently was a news event. I really don't know. But this all comes all the way back down, comes to the 55. Now it bounces back up again, right? So if you're going to do anything in this, you just got to, right, on this. Now we're bearish in this. Don't worry about that. We know what we are. We know what we are. Yeah, we're bearish. There's no doubt about it. Right? Look at this. So comes back between the, it looks like it's at this pretty close to the 68 fib level here, right? Spikes through it, heads back up. That's a good thing. At least, that's what we want to see. Comes to a good fib, 68, 50% would nice, right? And now it kicks back up again. But we're still at this, we're still at, still resistance is right here. Resistance is right there. So we're looking at 74.40, maybe 74.50, maybe, and we'll see what happens here. It's at 74.28 now. Do you want to buy this now? Of course not. Of course not. You don't want to buy this. Really, you don't want to buy this right here. Listen, either break below the 55 or get up here, and if it breaks that resistance, wait for a retest and then buy it, or wait till it gets up to resistance and then just take it back down again. It depends what your bias is. My bias is bearish. I'd like to see this come up to here, and we'll just take it to the downside. Just seems logical, right? If you're bullish, I don't think this is the spot to take your trade if you're bullish. Like I said, retest resistance, break resistance, retest it, and on the next green candle up, buy that. Take that and run. All right, this is going to probably look like a disaster. Yeah? Well, what do you think? Here we go. There's our move yesterday I was talking about, right? This is kind of nice. So right to the 200, huh? Battles the 200, beats it up a little bit, then back down again the U.S., close to the U.S. session, moves sideways, and here we are, right, in Asia, doing nothing. Nothing. Now, what's my bias? It's bearish. Just look at the chart. It's bearish, right? So maybe you get to the 200, you're going to sell it, right? What are you going to sell it into? You're going to sell it into the 10 and the 55. You're going to get this again. There's no trade here. There's no trade here, folks, until you get up to like, 60, 67.40, 67.50, which would be there, okay, is where you would take a look at that. 67, yeah, 67.50, 54, somewhere in there, right? Top of that wick right there. Price gets up. Where's that? 67.45. That's 10 pips, and you're battling the 200 exponential moving average. So we know now that's not a good trade, right? Just a little bit of analysis. We know that's not a good trade, right? Yeah. Now we're looking at maybe here at 67.6. No, that's not going to work. Get back up there. Yeah, there we go. 67.60. That's the trade. Yeah, I know you don't want to hear it. Listen, for traders who trade full time, this is a nightmare, folks. I have to be honest with you. This is a nightmare. But if you're trading full time, you've been around the markets long enough to understand that we get this every summer. And in 5.5 months, we're going to get it again about December 15th. the markets just die until the second week or the first week of January, second week of January, and we get it every year. This is nothing unusual, and you just have to prepare for this. This is normal. There's no trade here, folks. There's no trade. We'll just do a quick view of our Ikimuku stuff. Here's the euro out of the cloud, bullish from yesterday, right? 26 periods back. This is to the upside. Future line, this red line, is sideways, right? Right? Do you want to buy this here? No. Again, this is not a place to buy this. Don't want to buy this here. You needed to buy this yesterday at this little baby, and you would still be in the trade because you never came back to the cloud, and you're still in it. Now, if you're in the U.S. or in that time zone, you're sweating this because this baby sinks all the way back down, goes sideways, sinks down again, and you're saying, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? You know, hopefully you saw this red line and it comes up. Now you're at where you were yesterday, and you go, whoo, but now you're at resistance, right? But if you took it from a break of the cloud, there's no reason to do anything. Cut your position and take 3/4 of your position off, like yesterday, and just let this play around. Right there, there's no trade. We have no trade right here. You know, what's going to happen at this level here? Well, you're coming up to the 1600 level, right? You know, is it going to hold that? You know, who knows? It's pretty tough. Let's say this New Zealand. This is a different picture on an Ikimuku from what we saw. Right down. Yeah, that came down. That's probably the first one I got right in a long time. All right, so we're in the cloud, right? We're in the cloud. So, right, this was our move up yesterday. Sideways, comes back into the cloud. No trade, no trade, no trade, no trade. Comes out of the cloud, gives you a couple of green candles, but you see this, right? You see no, like this little line here, really no cloud. Now we're back up into the cloud. Like I said on the other chart from the New Zealand, what can possibly happen here? This is going to continue to the downside because our bearish is to the downside. And what do we see here, folks? In the cloud, we're expecting this maybe to come to the resistance of the cloud and continue to the downside. Our indicator from 26 time periods back has a curve to the upside, and our future indicator shows sideways. Okay, so that's what's going on there. Traders, thanks for being with me. Welcome to summertime trading, my friends. Listen, you know, it's hard for me, you know, to sit in front of charts and see this. So my chart time is going to be like cut in half. In fact, I'm going out with a friend this afternoon, so you know, don't glue yourself to the charts because you just go mad, you just go crazy. You know, it is what it is. You know, trade at good times, right? Opening in New York, opening of Europe, close of New York, you know, opening of Asia, right? Those are good times to be, if you're going to take trades, take trades. It's very tough. And, you know, don't get beat up. Trade a demo account if you can do it, and just trade a demo account. Traders, thanks a lot. Traders, always remember to trade smart and not hard. And we'll see you tomorrow morning in Asia, and that'll be a Thursday. Traders, take care. Have a great trading day. See you all. Bye-bye, my friends.